Hello, one and all. Welcome to another video from me, Connie, on my channel, Gliding Through Blindness. And I'm still experimenting with my glasses here, recording videos, because that seems to be the easiest way for me to do it. Although I know I could get better quality if I used an app, but they just updated Clipchamp, so now that's not even accessible at the moment. Hopefully they'll fix that in a future update, but in the meantime it's rather frustrating as far as recording videos with my webcam and such, and recording my screen and all that. So while I can't be out and about as much, since the weather is cooler, I'm just experimenting with some of these clips that I can show you because I find them extremely interesting, and today's will be no exception from my musician brother and the described video that he well, he didn't do the described portion, but the ACB actually made a audio described video or of one of my brother's videos, and I'll explain more about all that in a moment. But anyway, so when I share these, though, just keep in mind, of course, the quality isn't going to be the best because I'm just looking at them as a blind person with my glasses. So I'm trying today on my computer that has a bigger screen to see if that will do any better as far as what it picks up. And I'm also wondering if it would help for me to put the videos on full screen. So if you guys might have any suggestions about what you think of that idea, because I don't really want to do it unless I think, I mean, I'm still gonna just try to experiment with this bigger screen first. But since it's the season, Christmas, my brother recorded this video of 12 Days of Christmas, which I've been wanting to share more about him and whatnot, and this would be the perfect opportunity because on this video he has 12 unique instruments, one for each day of Christmas. He keeps adding videos or instruments on each day of Christmas, and they're all very unique international instruments like that you don't see every day. And one thing about my brother is that he plays every instrument that he owns, which he owns many instruments. In fact, he owns so many that he and his girlfriend recently got a second condo, so he has room to store all of his instruments and whatnot. So they're gonna live in one and work in one. So hopefully that will work out well. And it just so happens that the family is going to be going to Nashville for Christmas, so we'll get to see his new place. They haven't even officially moved in yet, so we'll get there just in time for his nieces and nephews to help him move. He'll probably recruit them to lend a hand. It's right above them, and so we're all anxious to see that. The studio that Rory has now, I don't think it even has a light in it, because for some reason when he moved in there wasn't a light in that room, and rather than spend money to like get it wired and whatnot, or like put a lamp in there, which would just take up space and everything that he doesn't really, because it's already very full as it is, so, and he doesn't need the light. So hopefully the one that he's moving to, the new one, will have lighting. I'm sure it probably will, but so anyway, yeah, and he doesn't always play the instruments like in the way that they were played initially, like in their country of origin. Sometimes he likes to think outside the box and play them very uniquely and differently. But that like you'll hear that on this video, because you typically hear these instruments playing a song like the 12 Days of Christmas, but he always does learn how to play the instruments that he buys, and he's also invented several instruments. So if this video doesn't get too long, I'll probably show a clip of one of the instruments that he invented. So like I said, one-of-a-kind instruments. He's also customized several instruments to like his own unique tunings and stuff like that. And he doesn't actually make the instruments himself, but he envisions the ideas and then explains them to people that he knows, like in Nashville, that can help him actually make his ideas come to life and whatnot. And then he just keeps working with the builders of the instruments until he's satisfied with the result and whatnot. So it's pretty cool. But anyway, you can find more about all this on his YouTube channel called Rory Hoffman Music. So I'd recommend that you all go there and subscribe to him. He doesn't record videos very often on his channel, but when he does, they're all very unique and whatnot. And interesting, like all the instruments that you will hear on this 12 Days of Christmas video that you're about to hear, he also made a separate video of each instrument where he describes each of the instruments that you'll hear in detail. Like he has one dedicated to the burdola and one dedicated to another instrument. So there's like 12 videos just describing all of the various instruments. So if you want to know more about any of the sounds you're about to hear, then you can feel free to dig deeper with all these companion videos or whatever that are on his channel. And so like I said, if you actually want to just hear the main video without the audio description, that will be on his channel as well. But this one from the ACB, the described version, is on their channel. And that's what I'm going to show you here. So of course, if you want to watch it in better quality or whatever, just feel free to actually watch it on the channel, but I'm just giving you a glimpse of it here. But you'll definitely get a feel for how it sounds and whatnot. And hopefully the visual part will be passable at least. But anywho, oh, and be sure to watch my previous video where I showed clips from the latest Tesla videos where they're driving in the snow and whatnot. And that is pretty awesome. I found some better videos later where there's actually blizzards and these cars are driving like there's no people that are brave enough, but these Tesla cars are driving just fine, like better than a human basically in the snow and whatnot. And I'm sure like if there was more traffic, there's going to have to be issues there for it to contend with, but it's just amazing the progress and where we could be next year. And I also recorded a clip of what's happening in the robotics department, and even that is outdated info now because more has happened since I recorded that. And then I also recorded a clip of the ALS patient that with the Neuralink where he's talking about what he's able to do with it and whatnot. So it's just really cool the era that we were born into, I think, and seeing all this happening in real time. I mean, I feel like I'm just so lucky. Like our kids will have no idea, like people that aren't born yet or people that are very young and won't remember will have no idea what things used to be like. Like my dad lived in a house with no running water or electricity, and like I got to watch the whole internet thing emerge and the whole cell phones, like before people didn't have any cell phones, which just seems so weird now, of course. But so yeah, this is a very interesting era that we're in, but that's what my last video talked all about. And the next video I'm hoping will be of a guy named Rob talking about his experience at the rehab center that's several hundred miles away from here for the blind, where there's several of these around the country where blind people or people who are losing their vision can go and just live there for several months and learn all the techniques and whatnot and skills that they'll need to live independently as blind people. So it's just a really immersive experience. So I'll be looking forward. He already gave me permission to record it, and we're going to have our that's when we're having our peer group Christmas party for the visually impaired people. So there's usually about more than a dozen blind people that come. Not to mention we get several friends that are in the field of visual impairment, like rehab counselors and so on and so forth, that come to our meetings. So that's pretty cool. So then we're all going to have a time of snacks and Christmas treats and everything after our meeting and whatnot. So that will be fun. But yeah, so hopefully that if all my recording equipment works fine and no batteries die or anything, that what the next video should be. So stay tuned for that. But right now, I'm going to play this video for you. And oh, by the way, if you're trying to direct message me, I don't have too much time to respond to all the private messages and things. But if I always do respond to comments on my Facebook posts, because I usually post all my videos on Facebook, or on my YouTube channel. So that you can find me at Facebook on Gliding Through Blindness, and same with my YouTube channel. So it's pretty easy to find me, but I really appreciate all of you who are watching and whatnot. And if this song is more than 3 minutes long, I might have to put it in 2 clips, so there might be a part like a brief cutout where I have to quickly turn on my glasses again, because I can only record 3-minute clips on my glasses. But anyway, that will be the next thing that you will hear.
Surrounding Rory, playing a clarinet-like zaffoon, wearing a white sweater with horizontal black decorative stripes, is a wreath featuring a range of instruments. Now in a red sweater, Rory plays a cello banjo resting across his lap. 2 Rorys on screen, surrounded by white crystals. In festive black and red sweaters, he plays a Jew's harp and a double ocarina. 3 Rorys on screen. Across his lap, a guitar-like Solocaster. 4 Rorys. In a new sweater, Rory plucks an auto harp like Qanun. 5 Rorys. 2 new Rorys on a bass harmonica at left, a quartomonica at right. In the background, a snowy scene with a setting sun on the horizon. Rory times 7. A sitar lies on Rory's thighs, clad in red and black slacks. 8 Rorys play the instruments. Rory starts to blow into what looks like 2 bamboo strips, but looks to the left. Rory on an oboe-like bombard. 9 Rorys. Rory brings the bamboo to his lips, but looks left once more. Another Rory taps a round tongue drum on his lap. 11 Rorys. Another attempt at the bamboo strips, but to the left, 2 Rorys pluck the strings of a pipa at left and a gusheng at right. 12 Rorys. One more try at the bamboo strips, but another Rory blows into a tube at a small keyboard held vertically, a claviola. 13 Rorys. Finally, the Berdola. ensemble of Rory scroll left one by one. Rory on the Burdola. Rory flashes a broad smile. Our thanks to Rory for allowing the American Council of the Blind Audio Description Project to audio describe his extraordinary performance of this famous holiday classic. We hope you enjoyed it.
Cool, so it almost all fit on there. So anywho, yeah, so that whole subplot with the Burdola going on there, it was a lot for the guy to try to describe in the time allowed. But anywho, now I'm going to show you just a clip of this instrument that he invented called the crypto chord. And why? Because he's a Bitcoin fan, and so he actually is going to put like a barcode on there, I think, where people can well, I don't know, maybe I'll show that part of the, I'm just going to show a little bit, so I'll find the most amazing part, but if you want to hear the whole thing, you'll have to look it up on his YouTube channel. Wow, it's so hard for me to just pick one segment. This is so interesting, like, as he basically unboxes the instrument for the first time after the guy gets it completed. And the builder of the instrument is actually on this video too, talking about what it was like to make a one-of-a-kind instrument like this just from listening to Rory's description of what he wanted and everything like that. And so this segment here is just him playing it a little bit, but the idea is for this to be like a one-handed instrument, because then he can play another instrument with his other hand, any instrument that he wants, because he has several instruments that he could play one-handed, but he's also making another instrument too, or it should be made now. I can't wait to see some of these when we all see him in a couple weeks. But anywho, this is the a segment of him playing this.
So it's gonna take a little practice to find my way around everything, so that I know. But the string spacing is nice gaps between the chords, so it's easy to find. And so then eventually the idea is to have another instrument that I play melodies with, maybe the Hohner claviola. I'm blowing into it and playing it and strumming along with this on this. And but I can play with this group of 8 chords. I didn't want to make it more than 8 chords because the reach would get so ridiculous to try to reach way out here to have like 20 chords or whatever. So I thought 8 chords would be enough for me to get through, you know, complicated songs that in multiple keys, because I can set up my majors, minors, sevenths, dominants, however I want in multiple keys. And if I need a chord that's not on here, like I don't have any B chords, B sevenths or B minors or anything, so like if I'm in the key of D and I need like a B minor, I could just take this whole B flat chord system and just tune it up a half step, and then I'd have all my B stuff that I would need for a given song, just because, again, I couldn't fit every conceivable chord on here and still have a playable instrument, so I
So yeah, that's kind of enough probably to give you an idea, but like I said, be sure to check out the entire video to hear more. And he kind of gets geeky at times. You have to be a fellow musician to understand some of what he's talking about, and even I don't understand everything that he talks about because he gets a little out of my depth in some spots. But yeah, I hope you found all this interesting, and be sure to comment and like the video and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.